Well, happy Thursday to you. Bill O'Leary coming to you live, part of our Thirsty Thursday series. What this is all about is I go live every Thursday at about this time to talk about something that I see in sort of the day-to-day of what I do. I'm a lawyer, estate planning, elder law, probate, that sort of thing. My firm is Legacy Planning Law Group. So if you're thirsty for knowledge, you've come to the right place. So the topic that I sort of selected for today is how to talk to your parents about their estate planning. So look, it's never easy to have end-of-life conversations with your loved ones. How do you talk to your parents about their estate planning documents, like their will, their power of attorney, their advanced healthcare directives, maybe their living will? I think it's sort of a two-pronged approach is the best way. So you first look at and talk about what's most important while your parents are still alive, and then secondly, then after they passed away, what should be considered. So one of the most important documents is a durable financial power of attorney. This is a legal document that gives, let's say, you as the agent for your parent, the legal authority to act on their behalf to help them manage their finances and their financial affairs. Now, your parents obviously are going to need to choose who the best candidate is to be this financial agent, and it certainly should be somebody that's trustworthy, detail-oriented, and frankly does not have a lot of their own financial issues going on in their life. And then, by the way, if your parents are experiencing, let's say, poor health, it may not be best for them to choose, let's say you're the one with poor health, even though you may be capable financially, may not be good to select you if you have other issues going on. The next document that's important is called a healthcare surrogate designation. This is also sometimes called a healthcare power of attorney. This is where your parents can choose somebody, let's say like you, to make important healthcare decisions for you and have access to their medical records and be able to talk to the doctors and hospitals and get around the HIPAA law. So look, who's the best person to do that? Well, I think somebody with a health background would be ideal. Don't always have the luxury to do that. So let's say, do you make good decisions under pressure that are not sort of wound up in emotion? If you don't fit this description, well, does anybody else in the family fit that description? Now, a more difficult decision with your parents is about end-of-life choices. This can be documented in a living will or maybe an advanced healthcare directive. Might also consider what's called a DNR, do not resuscitate order, but that's an order issued by a doctor, not a lawyer. It's really important that you as the child, that you know what your parents want, and that way you can act on it. Another really tough discussion is about the funeral, final arrangement. Nobody wants to talk about it, obviously, because it's just so emotional. I think a good way to sort of broach the subject is to tell your parents, since you love them and want to honor them, you need to know what's important for them as this last event, what that would look like to them. Do they want to be cremated? Do they want to be buried? Do they want to consider lightening the burden, let's say on you, by purchasing a pre-need funeral or burial contract? Do they want to have a service? Do they have any favorite hymns, Bible verses, flowers? Get all of that out on the table. These are questions that, yes, are personal in nature, but need to be discussed. Do they have any important, say, fun facts or accomplishments during their lifetime that they would like, you to share, maybe in an obituary? What about making sure your parents have a will? Who do they want their beneficiaries to be? Okay, who's best suited, let's say, to be what's called the executor, the person that is in charge of the will? It's a very methodical job, no question, and it requires someone who really can gather all of the assets and pay the bills. Again, somebody who's detail-oriented. Well, maybe talk to your parents. Should they consider getting a living trust instead of, or as an alternative to a will? Do they want things to go smoothly and easily to, let's say, their children and the loved ones after they die? Do they want to be able to avoid the probate court, not have the kids stuck in that? If so, then a living trust often is a great solution for that. Should your, let's say your parents be at all concerned about how the kids receive their inheritance? Do they maybe want to protect it in case the kids themselves get divorced or maybe in some sort of liability situation? Think car accident, here comes the lawsuit. And do they have maybe retirement accounts like IRAs with beneficiaries on them? These are all estate planning things you should talk to your parents about. You frankly don't want to be surprised later on. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about how to talk to your parents about their estate planning, and maybe we can help, then we would love to talk to you. Invite you to take a very easy sort of initial baby step by booking a free 15-minute phone call, what we like to call our discovery phone call, okay? Where we're discovering sort of what your need is and you're discovering something about us. Very easy to schedule it. Go to our website, legacyplanninglawgroup.com, and click on the Book Your Free Call button, and it'll take you straight to our booking calendar. Just pick the day and time that works for you, and we'll get on the call at the appointed time. That call, by the way, is complimentary. So if you've enjoyed this video, I'd ask that you please go ahead and like us. So I hope you've enjoyed this talk, the talk that I entitled How to Talk to Your Parents About Their Estate Planning. As I said at the start, I plan on giving another talk next Thursday at about the same time, sort of same time, same place, same back channel. So if you're thirsty for knowledge, we will quench your thirst. So Bill O'Leary signing off for now, and on behalf of everybody here who works with me at Legacy Planning Law Group, we like to call ourselves Team Legacy. What a great team. Go make it a great day and a better world.